Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. Welcome back, my wise followers. And if you're new here, my name's Nicholas. And on my channel, I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, and all manner of philosophical and spiritual subjects. So if you're interested in those types of things, please join this amazing community and click the bell icon so you'll be notified each time I post a new video. Now today I'm going to be talking about forcing your beliefs on others. Now, there's individuals like me where when we talk in public or when we talk on social media like I'm doing right now, we're speaking to a different audience. We may come across that way where we're trying to force our perspective, our beliefs on others. I may come across that way time to time, but that is never my intention. My intention is to simply share facts about a subject if there are any, because a lot of spiritual topics is more about what you believe in and your perspective. Witchcraft, there are a few facts on it, and I'm going to do another video about that, facts about witchcraft, but there are a few facts. But for the most part, being a witch is a magical practice. It's a personal journey and experience, and every witch's craft and art. As a witch, your practice is a work of art, and your lifestyle as a witch is a work of art. And everyone's masterpiece or practice will be different based on their lifestyle and based on what their magical practice is centered around. And it's okay to have a belief in something, be that a belief in a higher power, belief in what happens to us when we die, and, like the belief in karma, whatever energy you reap or sow through thoughts, words and deeds and actions, you get that back. It's okay to have those beliefs. It's okay to have a crystal and believe what that crystal has power, to believe what a crystal has power, energy, and when it can help you navigate through your problems in life and help you through your problems. Nothing wrong with that belief. But beliefs that are harmful are like believing with people who are gay, for example, people that are gay, bisexual, lesbian, believing that's sinful and persecuting people like people who are gay, people who are lesbian, people who are bisexual, people, members of the LGBT community, seeing that as sinful and believing that and then persecuting people who can't help the way they were born, that is a harmful belief. And that only causes those who believe it's sinful and then they try and eradicate people who can't help the way they are. That's a harmful belief. What needs to be cleansed and nipped in the butt. But that, at the end of the day, everyone should have the freedom to believe in a higher power, be that a belief in one God. And really everyone should have the freedom to believe in whatever they want to believe in, as long as their beliefs are not harmful. And a belief that involves looking at a group of people as sinful or wrong for no good reason, like love at the end of the day is love. Rather it's between two men, two women, whatever it may be, love is love at the end of the day. But to call people that love each other, to call them sinners, and then to force people, because again, you see this with the Abrahamic faith, where, there's some people in the Catholic faith that don't look at that as a sinful behaviour, and then there's some that do. So there's division in the Abrahamic faiths, rather it's Islam, rather it's Christianity, just because you've got two different groups. But again, those groups but are part of that will say this is the true way to believe and you've got to believe that way. So it's forcing that individual's perspective, that individual's idea onto someone else, or forcing or threatening them to see things that way, which is always wrong. Another example of an individual forcing their beliefs on others would be conversion. Trying to convert someone. Sometimes people are brought up in a Catholic family. It could be a Islamic family. It could be a Jewish family, Hindu, any family it could be. And that person does not, even though they were brought up Christian, they were brought up Jewish, they were brought up Muslim, that individual may respect the culture and the beliefs of their family, but they don't hold with that because it doesn't resonate with them. But unfortunately, some people are at the mercy of their family. And when you don't love yourself, you're at the mercy of the world. Because a big part of loving yourself is standing up for your beliefs and your values, and being happy with your beliefs and values and not dictating them to any others. And again, a lot of people try to convert people. For example, one example of this is like Jehovah Witnesses, go and worship Jehovah. My attitude would be go and worship Jehovah, go and do that, be happy, but don't force Jehovah on anyone else. It's the same with there's people that love Jesus, they love God, right? You love Jesus, you love God, you go and do that. You practice that, you worship that. And when it comes to shouting it for the rooftops, you should do that in the company of like-minded people. But you should not try and force everyone to worship Christ. You shouldn't force everyone to follow your religion. It's the same in some Eastern countries where, people, again, this is not every Muslim, it's just a select few, right? It's not every Christian, it's not every Jew, it's not every... And we don't see that much in the Jewish community, but it does happen. But, around the world, people are always trying to force their beliefs on others, right? Now, ideally, if everyone had the same beliefs, if everyone was Christian, right? We live in a Christian world. Never going to happen. But ideally, if that was going to happen, right? We lived in a Christian world, or a Jewish, Muslim, whatever it may be. If everyone was united under one religion, it'd be a boring world. And people wouldn't learn anything, People who see the world as a competition, who see other religions, they fear other religions because they're different. But I don't. I go, what can we learn from that religion? You don't, even the Bible. And to me, a lot of the things that are in the Bible, you should take them with a pinch of salt. You don't actually have to believe what any of these things happened. For me, a lot of the things in the Bible, I look at them as stories, as a made-up story. But stories are lessons. So what can we learn from that story? And every religion is valid because we should respect everyone's religious beliefs and ideas. But as a society, we need to not force our beliefs and ideas onto others. It's great to share what you believe, it's great to share your perspective, but it's unhealthy to force your beliefs onto others. And unfortunately, if people were truly following their religion, because there'll be a lot of people who say, I love being Christian, and if they were really following Jesus, as they like to say, then Jesus was a man of love, peace and all that. So if you're following that deity's example, then you would be a lot more loving, a lot more forgiving, a lot more peaceful. It's the same with a lot of us with work with Hecate. We feel empowered because Hecate is about empowerment. She makes us feel empowered. She makes us feel wise, but she also makes us, once we are free, once Hecate gives us the power to love ourselves, be free, be empowered, she helps us to do that for others. Now, Hecate does not agree with forcing your beliefs or ideas onto others. She does not agree with taking someone's freedom away. And, that is what my message is, because as a Hecatean witch, Hecate is a big part of my life. I work with Hecate a lot and I love Hecate. And when you follow a religion, most religions, not all, most religions, they believe in a higher power or deity. Some of us, it's more we live a spiritual path, which is not necessarily religion, but we may work with a particular deity closely. And if you work with a particular deity, then you try and live life by that deity's example. And to me, I want to live in a world where people love themselves, where people are wise, where people are happy. Now, we're never going to live in a perfect world, but each and every one of us can make this world a better place by learning to love ourselves, by becoming empowered. And therefore, once we become empowered, once we realise what our power is, we realise our power, we take our power back, we become empowered, then we can be a voice for the voiceless and help the underdog, help other people, and also help this world to be a much wiser and freer world. Because in the past, we need to learn from the past. And to me, if you go back in history, the people were killing each other because of their beliefs, rather than let live and respecting each other's beliefs. It's like at one point in history where you had the dominant religion for a time was Catholicism, and everyone followed the Pope's example, whoever the Pope was at that time in history. And then King Henry VIII came into the scene, and because the Pope at that time would not allow him to get a divorce, he created the Protestant Church. And the royal family, he was the head of the Protestant Church, King Henry, and ever since then you've had the Protestant Church and that. But the point is, King Henry done it, where Catholic priests and monks and nuns and all that were being persecuted and burnt at the stake, and even Catholic people, because they followed the Catholic faith, were being burned and persecuted because their beliefs and faith. It was like, convert, and you either adapt to our beliefs, our way of thinking, and if you don't, we're going to put you at the stake, essentially. And then if you go further back in history, like at the Roman times, the Romans were very powerful, they were empowered, they worshipped many different gods. Nothing wrong with that, what the Romans done, worshipping many different gods, nothing wrong. What was wrong, though, was persecuting Christians. And that was wrong, persecuting Christians, okay, for their beliefs. But for thousands of years, it's happened where you either follow what we believe, and if you don't, we're going to ram our beliefs down your throat. And if you look at the Native American culture as well, like a lot of their children were put into English schools, and then their spirituality was sort of knocked out. They tried to knock it out of them by raising Christian ideas and beliefs. So my message in this video is, it's never healthy for someone to force their beliefs and ideas onto you, and it's never healthy to force your beliefs and ideas onto others. Now, sometimes we may be guilty of doing it unintentionally. More often not, we might just come across that way, and someone might call us out for it, and if they do, just explain to that person that's not your intention. Your intention is just to share your beliefs, your ideas. And my message in this video, to conclude it, it's okay to share your beliefs, and you should honour your beliefs and values, defend them. Don't force your beliefs and that on others, and don't let anyone force their beliefs and their ideas onto you. Be open-minded, hear what they've got to say, hear what their beliefs are, and as long as those beliefs are healthy, you tell that person, you believe that and I'll believe what I want to believe, because it's so unhealthy forcing your beliefs and ideas on others. But more often not, most spiritual people, we're not the ones doing that. More often not, you see it with organised religion, you see it with other religious groups, where they're forcing their beliefs and ideas onto others because they think what's right for them is right for everyone else, and that's not how the world works. However, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful, magical day. I hope this video helps in some way or capacity, and I hope the wisdom and the message in this video helps you as well. Until next time, may meet, may part, meet again, blessed be.